On last turn, I was discussing about swap contract. I gave you a brief introduction of swap contract, how swapping of different flows can be beneficial for both the parties entering into a contract. And I also have discussed what swap contract is. Swap contract is one of the derivative instruments which is operated at both level, at personal level as well as through exchange. If swap contract is signed at personal level, it will be a part of OTC market, over the counter market. It means two parties meeting together, entering into a contract and exchanging their flows without involving any exchange or any intermediary institution. But swap contract is also dealt at different exchanges, whether it is commodity exchange or currency exchange market or a stock market. So in both the forms, you will find swap contracts are signed by two parties. Now see what's the main benefit of swap. Like I gave you an example of two students, like one from Kerala, one another one is from Kashmir, how they can swap two different commodities to which they have competitive advantage, but they are getting more satisfaction in those things, in those commodities which are not available to them. It was clear on last turn I discussed. Now in case of equity swap, for example, it is equity swap, how this swap contract will take place, what's the benefit to both the parties, what are the attraction in signing the swap contract. For example, there are two parties, rather better to assume from your class. One is Anas, another one is Bahauddin. Anas, you are holding equity shares for quite longer time and you want to hold it. You are the real investor, and whatever dividends and capital appreciation you are getting, you are satisfied. But now in future you think in next 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, you think equity share will not rise, its price will not gain, and that equity share will not give you dividend in next 3 to 4 months. You are pessimist about performance of equity share which you are holding. Is it clear? You think you
Yes,
will be
sir.
the loser. You think in next 3 months you will be loser. Market price of the share which you hold will decline. Company will not be in a position to give dividend. This is your estimation. This is your projection about the share equity share which you are having. On the other hand, Bahauddin, you are holding debentures of a particular company where you are supposed to get 8% interest on your investment on your principal amount. So you are very sure that 8% you will be getting, but you want something else. You think that equity shares of a company which are also held by Anas will perform better in next 3 months. You have optimist prediction or forecasting about the same equity share of the company, which is held by Muhammad Anas. On the other hand, Anas thinks if he gets an opportunity to get the assured rate of 7 to 8% return offered by the debenture which is held by Bahauddin. In case you can see, Bahauddin is having debentures and Anas is having equity shares. Anas, you are pessimist about your equity. Bahauddin, you are optimist about shares held by Muhammad Anas. So at personal level, contract may be signed between Bahauddin and Anas to exchange inflows of debt and equity. It means as per the contract, in next 3 months, whatever benefits of equity shares will be there, whether it is in the form of capital appreciation or in the form of any kind of dividend or bonus, all will be given to Bahauddin in next 3 months. On the other hand, the interest payment of the debentures which are held by Bahauddin will be given to Anas as per agreement. Agreement is for 3 months. At personal level, it may be of any duration, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. For example, at personal level, it is for 1 year. So during 1 year, Bahauddin will be having debentures and Anas will be having equity shares, but inflows will be exchanged. Only inflows will be exchanged and contract will be signed. Is it clear? This example is clear to all of
Yes,
you.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, now
Yes, sir.
after 1 year, there may be anything. Anas will be getting assured rate of interest of all the debentures which are held by Bahauddin. Anas was pessimist about his equity shares, and that's why he entered into a contract. And Bahauddin was optimist about equity shares of Muhammad Anas, and that's why he entered into a contract. Whenever there is different prediction or different estimation of both the parties, one party is optimist, another one is pessimist, then only contract will be signed. So Bahauddin was expecting returns of equity and Anas was expecting fixed interest of debenture. And that's why equity have been exchanged. Inflows, actually shareholding or ownership of those debentures were not exchanged. Contract was signed only to exchange the inflows, only to exchange the returns of equity and debenture. So exactly after a specific period of time, one party will be loser, another one will be gainer. For example, Anas was pessimist about his equity shares, and that's why he entered into a contract with Bahauddin to get interest on debentures of his holding. But you know what happened to there are two possibilities. One is equity shareholders have gained a lot, dividend was declared during the period of the contract, and market price of equity share was also appreciated. So entire appreciation of equity as well as whatever dividend has been declared on those equity will be given to Bahauddin. And during the period of the contract, whatever is the interest calculation will go to Anas. And there may be different results that Mr. Anas was right in terms of prediction and forecasting. So equity shareholders lost heavily, there was no capital appreciation, rather there was decline in the market price of the share, as well as no dividend was declared. All those inflows of equity, which will be in negative terms, will be borne by Bahauddin, and Anas will be getting assured interest on debenture, which Bahauddin has got by virtue of holding debentures. Is it clear? So in this way, swap contract will be signed. Example is clear to all of you?
Yes.
Any doubt? Any question? Or should I continue?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yes, okay. Please
Sir,
go
why
ahead.
should we enter into such contract when why should we enter into such contract when we can buy the equity shares? Why we need to enter into a contract with other person who is holding the equity shares
Okay,
while I can buy
that's fine.
equity shares?
Maybe you have debentures, you don't have further amount, you want to earn profit without making investment. See, by entering into a contract, you don't need to make investment. Bahudin, if you are right in terms of your prediction and forecasting, without investment, if you want to, whatever expectation you have, you think equity share will perform better, it will give, there will be appreciation in the market price, there will be dividend declaration, etc. Then to earn those things, those two benefits of capital appreciation and dividend, you need to have some amount of investment. Only you have knowledge. So by virtue of having knowledge, you are predicting, you are forecasting that there will be some gain. So entire gain you will be getting, entire profit of equity you will be getting, not by investing, only by signing the contract. Agree?
Yes, sir. But why should a person agree to us who is holding equity shares with so much of risk?
Means why Anas will agree to give inflows to you? Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, Anas is having equity shares, but he wants to hold equity shares. Simultaneously, he is having negative perception about the equity performance. He think he thinks that market price of equity share will decline and there's no possibility of dividend. He's pessimist, but you are optimist.
Can sell now. If he is of other view, then he can sell them off.
No, no. If he will sell, he will not get anything. He is entering into a contract to get assured interest on the assured interest on debenture for that particular period of time. He is pessimist only for that period of time during which he is entering into a contract. Thereafter, he is optimist about the stock. So during that period of crunch, he would like to ensure certain fixed return. He's the real investor, but meantime, maybe for 3 4 months, he's not expecting good performance, and that's why that poor performance he would like to shift to some other one. Like you are ready to enter into a contract. He thinks so. See, if one party is pessimist, another one is optimist, then only contract will take place, and it happens in the market. See, every day, lots of securities are bought and sold. The person who is selling is pessimist, actually. Why he is selling? He thinks he has earned substantial profit. Further, he is not likely to get return, and that's why he's selling. But the person who is buying is having another kind of thinking. He's optimist. He thinks past performance was right. It was better.
Yes, sir.
So I explain. Is it clear to you, Bahauddin?
Yes, sir.
The topic which is given in the syllabus, that is interest rate swap. In case of interest rate swap, suppose there are two parties and both the parties would like to gain from this swap contract with respect to interest rate flows. How contract will take place? For example, I'm just going to share the screen, whiteboard, in order to explain the things. Whiteboard is visible to all of you, I hope. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose Anas, you are A, and Bahauddin, that is B. In American and European market, on the basis of credit score, on the basis of credit worthiness, rate of interest is decided. Suppose A has got better rating, Anas, you have got better rating. Suppose A plus, your rating is A plus. As a firm, as an individual, you have got some credit score, and accordingly, you have been rated A plus. And Bahauddin, your rating is B in the eyes of the bankers who is giving loan. Your rating is B. Now A will get loan at lesser rate of interest as compared to B because of credit score, because of credit rating. Okay. Unless you have two choice, one to get loan at as well as at floating rate, at floating rate. Okay. Unless if you obtain loan at fixed rate because of your rating, you will be given at 10.8%. And B, because of your rating, you will be getting loan at 12%. Is it clear why there's a difference in rate of interest? Maybe the banker is same or banker may be different, but due to your credit score or credit worthiness, you are given loan at different rate. A will get loan at 10.8%. Maybe A is working in government organization, his job is secured. B is working in private sector, and your rate of interest at fixed rate is 12%. Floating rate. Floating rate, in case of floating rate, A will be getting, floating rate is the rate which is little bit over and above the cost to the bank. Just like when you give deposit to the bank, bank will give you 7% rate of interest, for example. But from the same bank, if you borrow money, bank is giving you at 9% rate of interest. Okay. So bank will always charge higher than bank will give you. So it is at LIBOR, and if B obtains loan at floating rate, B will be getting at LIBOR 0.75%. LIBOR means London Interbank Offer Rate. When one bank is depositing money with another bank, then this rate will take place. Suppose bank A or bank X is depositing money with bank Y, so bank Y will pay LIBOR, which is prevailing in the country. But if loan is borrowed, then obviously that bank will charge more than LIBOR. Okay. These are two rates of interest. This example is clear to all of you. Example is clear. A, B, two parties, they have got different rating. And if they borrow money at fixed rate, then 10.8% to A and at 12% to B. If both borrow at floating rate, then whatever is interbank offer rate, 0.25 more, and B will be getting at interbank offer rate plus 0.75%. Okay. This example is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Now, how swap will take place? Swap contract is meant to give benefit to both the parties. In case of interest rate, suppose A has access to cheaper fixed rate, that is 10.8%, but A want to take loan at floating rate and B want at fixed rate. B has access to 12%, but rate of interest is high. Situation is not favorable to him, but B wants at fixed rate. A wants at floating rate, B wants at fixed rate. Though at fixed rate loan is available to A at 10.8%, but actually A want at floating rate. A will borrow money from a bank at 10.8%. Actually, A doesn't need at fixed rate, but as per the swap contract, A will borrow from X Limited. Suppose it is a bank X Limited at 10.8%. So A will be getting loan from bank X Limited at 10.8%. And this loan will be given by A to B at fixed 10.9%. A will charge 10.9%. And B will borrow money from Y Limited at floating rate. This one is fixed. And B will borrow money from Y Limited at what rate? At LIBOR plus 0.75%. So B will borrow at LIBOR, and this loan B will give to A. B will give to A. At what rate? At LIBOR. So actually, A will borrow from X Limited at fixed, and B will borrow from Y Limited at floating. Okay. So both the parties have borrowed money from their respective banks to which they were having access. But actual requirement of A and B is different, and that's why this loan, as a matter of personal agreement, a contract will be signed with different terms and conditions. A will borrow at fixed and will give to B at 10.9%. B will borrow from Y Limited at LIBOR plus 0.75% floating rate, will give loan to A at LIBOR. So this is agreement. This is the agreement between both the parties. A said, okay, I will give you at 10.9% fixed. B said, okay, I will give you at LIBOR. Whatever is LIBOR, LIBOR means keeps on changing, that is floating. Is it clear? Am I audible? Is it clear?
No, sir.
See, A and B, A has access to 10%, 8%, 10.8% at fixed rate because of his credit worthiness. So A will borrow money from X Limited at 10.8. B is getting loan at fixed rate at higher rate, that is 12%. So B will borrow from Y Limited at LIBOR. Actually, B needs at fixed and A needs at floating. So how A will take fixed, but his loan actually will be in floating terms. B will take loan at LIBOR, but his actual loan will be at fixed. And both the parties will be beneficial. By exchanging their flows, both the parties will be getting benefit. This is the concept, or this is the agreement. And for this, agreement has been taken place. So again, one more table I will make in order to explain how both the parties are getting benefit. Now see,
Okay, sir.
now just see. Now flows or benefit to A and B, you have to calculate. A has borrowed from X Limited at what rate? What A has to pay and what A has to receive. A has to pay 10.8%. 8%. Okay, that is outflow from A. A has to pay, so that's why I have written in bracket. Okay, and from Y Limited, B has borrowed at what rate? LIBOR plus 0.75%. So this is what A and B has to pay. Now A has given loan to B at what rate? A has given loan to B at fixed rate of what?
At 10.9.
10.9.
10.9. So A to B, when A has given loan to B, so it means A is charging 10.9, so it will be positive. A will be receiving 10.9%, and B will be paying 10.9%. So there will be negative flow for B and positive flow for A. Is it clear? A is charging